Kaiser Wilhelm II has often been portrayed as a warlord, or even a madman, and the proliferation of propaganda during the war has led to the myth of his insatiable appetite for power and expansion. He was indeed a complex character, and his behaviour could be extremely erratic. There is no evidence to suggest that he had any real desire for war. The eldest son of Queen Victoria's daughter Vicky and the future German Emperor Friedrich III, Wilhelm was afflicted throughout his childhood by a deformity of his arm. After a particularly traumatic birth, during which the doctors despaired of saving either mother or child, Wilhelm appeared not to be breathing, and was shaken so violently that the nerves of his shoulder were damaged, and consequently his arm failed to grow properly. Throughout his childhood he was subjected to various useless and painful treatments in an attempt to make the arm grow, and he suffered the humiliation of repeatedly falling from his horse, being unable to maintain his balance. It is a testament to his strength of character that he overcame many of these obstacles and became a very proficient horseman. It appears that Wilhelm began to believe on some level that his mother and her English doctors were responsible for his disability, and to make matters worse, the Prussian court denied his parents the opportunity of raising him according to their own liberal values. Instead, the Chancellor, Bismarck, flattered the boy and filled him with a sense of Prussian superiority, so that his parents' views seemed weak in comparison. Wilhelm hated any sign of weakness, and there is no doubt that he became conflicted, alternatively adoring and despising his mother, and compensating for his disability by shows of strength. His relationship with Britain was perhaps equally conflicted, since he sincerely loved his English grandmother, Queen Victoria, and was attracted to all things English. But at the same time, perhaps as a reflection of his relationship with his mother, he felt a constant need to prove himself and emphasize German superiority. By the time Wilhelm's father came to the throne in 1888, he was already dying of throat cancer, and his reign lasted only 3 months. Wilhelm became Kaiser at the age of 29, and although very proud of his new position, he was eager to stay on good terms with his grandmother and with Britain. Queen Victoria loved all things German. After all, beloved Albert came from Coburg, as did her own mother. But her death in 1901 marked a turning point for Wilhelm. Her successor, Edward VII, preferred the pleasures of Paris to the austerities of Berlin, and was more eager to form a French alliance than to maintain a strong relationship with his Kaiser nephew, whom he viewed with contempt. Wilhelm, in return, called his uncle Satan, and believed that he had deliberately set out to destroy Anglo-German friendship. Edward VII reigned for only 9 years, and following his death in 1910, Wilhelm appeared as eager as ever to maintain a good relationship with his cousins across Europe. Perhaps it was his love of the trappings of militarism that has led to so many accusations of his warmongering, but in fact this was all show and bluster. He might have been proud of his ships and his soldiers and his uniforms, but no more so than any of his peers. His reign had been peaceful, he had never led an army or seen combat, and he was as happy to be seen in the uniform of a British admiral as he was in that of his Deathhead hussars. And while Germany at the time is often seen as a place of great military and naval expansion, Wilhelm was equally keen to oversee a great expansion of culture. He promoted libraries and learning, and encouraged the arts, and his welfare programs were among some of the most forward-thinking in Europe.